2K Sports and the PGA Tour, proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Northern Shore Open is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside major champion Rich Beam in the booth, and it's wonderful to welcome in Henny Koyak, who's out on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm very happy to be following this featured group because there are rumours of a rivalry brewing between these two players.
So it looks like they're trying to beat Colin Morikawa this week. That's ambitious. Seems like a friendly duel from the outside, but could create some extra sparks today.
I almost just have to laugh. Someone saying they're going to beat Colin Morikawa. Does that even happen these days? He's one of the most consistent players on tour. I don't know that he's beatable.
Well, he's been accused of having a balky putter occasionally, but you're right. Iron player as good as Tiger Woods in his prime. The short game's irresistible, but I think the most impressive thing about young Colin is his mindset. He's got a 40-year-old mind on a 20-year-old body. No wonder he's winning at a decent rate of knots.
Well, that's delightful. A birdie to get the round underway.
And that should calm whatever nerves this player has. Nice opening hole.
Now let's hear from our on-course reporter, John McCarthy, who I see is just rolling up his beach towel. Been striding the fairways here in Florida for the last couple of days leading up to the event. John, what's the Emery Beach Club all about?
Well, Luke, one thing it's about is it's about water. Water hazards will feature prominently on this course this week. The greens also very undulating. There are ridges, there are shelves, there are tiers. I hope the players have done their homework this week because these approach shots into these greens, they're always important, but especially so here at Emery Beach. Several holes feature one of Beamer's nemesis, the tiny bunker. The tiny bunker is in play this week, so you got to be careful off the tee as they seem to pop out where you least expect them. Beautiful Florida course, though. I will enjoy the scenery, and I hope the players will enjoy the challenge of Emery Beach Club this week.
No harm, no foul there with that shot.
Now over to Colin Morikawa.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
After a very consistent run of play over the last half a dozen starts or so, Rich, this player's coming with a whole heap of confidence, and they look to me to be one of the players to beat. Do you agree?
We've seen this player time and time again contend for tournaments, and it is no surprise to see him doing it once again this week. It is so fun watching this player. They're in top form.
That's almost a gimme. Great chip.
Love watching this player around the greens.
Here we are at the fourth hole. And what's in front of them there, Henny?
He's looking at nice round number 180 here.
Opting for the hybrid, I think.
Oh, I didn't see this as possible. What a shot.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Just got to use the touch of a feather. Barely has to blow on it. This is just downhill.
Oh, that's frustrating. And that puddle drop. Well done. The fifth hole here at Emery Beach Golf Club is 172-yard par 3 from the back tees. Rich, your thoughts?
Look, the water on the left-hand side really is just there for decoration. Doesn't come into play. The difficult part, though, is this green sits well above the fairway there on the left-hand side. Most players are going to be bailing out, not wanting to go in that bunker to the right, but you miss it out to the left. You got a really challenging up and down.
Colin Morikawa setting up his shot. And this putt to move into a tie for first place. That was a gallant attempt. Putting for a par now. Well holed. Let's move on. Just one off the lead after that hole. And there's always the sense of a birdie in the air when we stride onto a par 5 tee.
Eight days a week, that rhythm works.
Well, I know that we're in the booth and not right up close to it, but it doesn't take a smart person to work out that's not a nice lie.
Yes, this is like a big bowl of spinach salad. It's just gnarly in there.
Getting ready to play their third. Just one stroke off the lead. Looks to have opted for the 8-iron. That's a pretty handy shot. This putt is about 10 feet from the hole.
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
Looking good.
Fair effort that. Good birdie. And with it, he'll move to a couple under par. And that makes him tied for first. And after a birdie at the last, they take the honour on the hole. Oh, that's a sweet-looking swing, that one. Now let's switch our focus to Colin Morikawa.
He's 2 strokes behind his rival this week.
Wow, that's bold. Second shot here on the 7th.
Clubbing up, smart. Got to control it though. Let's see. They have absolutely flushed that one. Colin Morikawa, he was meant to be the original and best approach player, but I think we have a new sheriff in town.
We have a par 3 on this one. Going with the hybrid. No point hanging on to that one. You didn't hit your best there. A few shots under par at the moment. Currently in top spot. Now over to Colin Morikawa.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? This putt is from 14 feet. Ooh. Putting for a bogey. Nice line. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. Trying to forget the bogey on the last as they step onto the tee. Handy effort, that one. It's been a good year. 3 wins so far this season.
Yeah, good aggressive play and almost rewarded by finding the green.
It's an aggressive play, Luke. Like to see it on this par 5.
Didn't that look good for a long time? You can mark it down. That's birdie number 4 today. And that will take him to 3 under. I'm pretty sure this player will be buoyed by that birdie back at the last. Let's see if they can deliver another one. That should find the cut stuff.
Luke, I gotta say, I love your positive vibes, but unfortunately, that one has ended up in the bunker.
This would be a great up and down. Time now for the 4th shot.
Currently tied for the lead.
A 7-footer right here. Yeah, you'll take that.
Checking in on the leaderboard, this player is currently tied for first with Lydia Ko.
Let's see what happens here at the 11th hole. Looks like they've got the 5-wood.
Uh-oh, this one leaking out to the right.
Sadly, this one will make a splash. There have been a lot of players that have come out and people are quick to label them as prodigious talents and what they can do, but it's true about Lydia Ko that she is one of the game's prodigies.
Luke, when you say prodigy, I think Lydia Ko's name should just be, instead of prodigy, just say, look at Lydia Ko. Because this young lady has seemingly done it all at 14 years young. 14, won a professional event. The youngest, men or women, to ever win a tournament that early. That is astounding. 18 years old, major champion with a final round 63. It's mind-blowing how good this young lady was at such an early age. Yes, had a little lull there for a little bit, but now come back out and has just taken the world by storm again. 17 wins already and building in her professional career. The sky is the limit for Lydia.
Here we are, Rich, on the 12th tee at Emery Beach. And this par 5 is at 550 from the back tees.
And what a hole this is. Bunker down the right-hand side comes into play if you really mishit it. But the one right in the center, that little zit, I tell you what, that is going to make some players angry. I can promise you that. If you avoid all that, second shot, fairly straightforward. Anything bailing out to the right is going to lead to a really simple pitch shot for your up and down birdie.
Well, that's a tremendous shot and sets up a wonderful opportunity.
Couldn't come at a more opportune time as well. Currently 2 back. Make the eagle, tie for the lead.
And this putt to move into the top 5. Oh, that had eyes for it. Lovely shot. And a spot in the top 5 also with that great shot. Currently 2 under for the day.
Gotta like it. Moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
Well, that's huge momentum they're bringing to this hole. Coming off the eagle. Time to hit another good drive.
The tempo there was exquisite.
Second shot here on the 13th hole.
Oh, you fuck.
And here we are with the 3rd shot. He shares the lead. And here we are with their fourth. Certainly makes putting easy if you can chip it that close.
Such soft hands.
Moving down the leaderboard after that hole. It's time to begin this par 4 hole.
Coming off of a bogey, looking for a birdie.
Quality shot, that one. Playing from around 230 yards. Just one stroke back in this tournament. Seems to have chosen the 3-wood. Didn't quite strike that as cleanly as they would have hoped. Getting ready to play their third. Currently a shot off the lead. Sitting at 1 under. Currently tied for third. Lovely touch. Well played.
Just eyeballing that one, trying to make it.
Now let's switch our focus to Colin Morikawa.
He's just coming off a drop shot on that last hole.
It's time to check on the leaderboard. He's in a share of 7th place. This hole is a long par 4. They have put some hurt on that ball. Send it. Oh, Henny, that looks like a putrid lie. Is it bad?
Oh, they got so unlucky here, just off the fairway, but not sitting nicely.
Looks to be going with a hybrid here.
Wow, did this come out beautifully.
Now over to Colin Morikawa.
He's got some work to do, but he's only 1 back from his rival.
Okay, time to return to the action. And here we are with the 3rd shot. He's 2 shots back. How close was that to going down? A chance to save the par if he can make this one.
On a nice line.
And the putt drops. Now even par heading down the stretch.
Really going to have to dig deep here if they want to win this title.
And stepping up the standings after that effort. Teeing off here on the 16th hole. This is the all-important stretch. Time to make your move. And Reg, this player's been hovering in and around top spot the entire day. Do you think they've got what it takes?
It's been back and forth all tournament long, hasn't it, Luke? I got to say, I like this player's toughness. They're really hanging tight. It's going to be close to see if they can pull out the victory.
That gets the job done. So no movement there. The player remains at even par. Emery Beach Golf Club is another one of these courses, Rich, that has a short par 4 at 17th.
It does. As you can see, a massive bunker down the left-hand side. So players really want to bail out to the right and leave themselves with just a nice, short little pitch shot. Only the brave and the longest are really going to want to challenge this green. A great opportunity for one final birdie.
Now let's switch our focus to Colin Morikawa.
He's 1 stroke behind his rival in this event.
Okay, let's get back to the action. This would be a great up and down. An opportunity to make a par here.
This looks like it's got the speed and the line.
Now 4 back after that hole. Let's head to the final hole of this round. Well, let's hope this one draws a good line, because it's not going to be on the fairway.
Always a tough shot to get out of.
They got to use all the bounce and strength that they can muster. This is sitting down.
Playing their fourth shot. 4 shots behind our leader. And this putt for a final score of 71.
This one's tracking.
It was on a good line. And this one will be for bogey.
And that brings a close to this event.
Well, there was no doubt this player was one of the players to watch this week, but ultimately, Rich, unable to get the victory.
One of the best players in the game, but just couldn't quite get it out of second gear this week. You know, day late, dollar short, however you want to look at it, didn't get the victory.
I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam, and on behalf of all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, it's goodbye for now.
UK Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is delighted to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup.
Today's coverage of the Arnold Palmer Invitational is about to begin.
I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and out on the course following our feature group is the delightful Henny Koyak. Hello, Henny.
Hi Luke, I'm glad to be here covering this week's featured group, and what a pairing, as these two have been hinting at quite a budding rivalry here.
Well, this week, Henny, it looks like they're intending to beat the big-hitting Brooke Henderson. She might be a kind Canadian, but certainly a fierce rival.
Yeah, she's not going to say sorry. Just make sure you don't look in her trophy cabinet beforehand, because you might get intimidated. There's some big major championships in there. Brooke Henderson, speaking of big, hits it big, got big game, and is just so lovely on top of it all. I almost don't want her to be beaten.
Yes, she's a born winner, isn't she, Brooke Henderson? This is going to be a tough rivalry, but one, if you can win, will certainly build your confidence.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? This putt of about 7 feet to the hole.
This for par.
Ooh, nice line.
That gets the job done.
Nothing wrong with an opening par, just easing their way into this round.
He's in a share of 5th position. The second hole is a long par 3, old typical Redan style at 230 yards.
Yes, the green runs from right to left and chases away from the player on the tee. You can hit it short right and have it bounce on to the flag sticks that are on the right. However, when they're in the back left, you don't want to come up short and left in a low area. That'll leave a very difficult up and down.
And now over to Brooke Henderson's next shot.
She's currently in 5th place.
Let's catch up with the current proceedings. And this putt is for a big 2 on the scorecard. Ouch, that hurts.
Putting for a par here.
Okay, let's head to the next. And with that, he'll stay right there at even par. Rich, the first exposure to the famous lake here at Arnold Palmer's Bay Hill Club and Lodge is the third.
There's a lot of intimidating tee shots on this golf course, Luke. This could be number one. Water down the left-hand side, you obviously want no part of. But if you miss it right in the rough, that is very gnarly and nasty to come out of. The green works away from the player, moving from right to left. The miss is out to the right, but watch out. It's awfully quick coming down that green. Don't chip it or putt it in the water.
And he's hit that inside the range. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Setting up this putt 16 feet from the cup. Rolling end to end, this looking nice.
And that will put them ahead of their rival. A great performance on this hole.
Currently 1 under for the day. The first of the par fives, Rich, the fourth hole.
Yes, Luke, you got out of bounds on the right-hand side that shouldn't come into play for the players, but those bunkers down the left-hand side certainly will. If you get a good tee shot away and you find the fairway, the second shot uphill to this par 5, you can reach, but still lots of trouble lurking around this green.
Rich, I love being back at Bay Hill every time because you get to honour the absolute legend of our game, the King, Arnold Palmer. There's just an air of something extra special this week, isn't there?
When you step on the property here at Bay Hill, you know you're in the presence of something special. Arnold Palmer's legacy was really built here, wasn't it? Granted, he absolutely brought everything he had to the PGA Tour, but when you come to Bay Hill and you have all the monuments, especially the statue right there to the right behind number 1 and number 10 tee boxes, you just get a chill down your spine like, man, this is some kind of awesome place. I cannot wait to tee it up here. In saying that, Mr. Palmer did not leave a golf course. That's very easy for these players. But listen, they come back here every year knowing that they need and they want to honor the gentleman who helped form the legacy of the PGA Tour, and that's why they're out here playing for all the money.
What do we catch up with Brooke Henderson?
She's currently trailing her rival. Let's see what happens here.
So after that effort, let's have a look at the contenders and the pretenders. The fifth at Bay Hill is the shortest par 4 on the front 9, measuring just under 400 yards. Ridge, placement off the tee, critical here.
It is. It plays straight downhill the entire way, so most players not taking driver out and challenging those bunkers. Lay up short of those, and you'll have a short shot to a green that once again chases away from you at the back end of it.
Rich, Canadian golf has had a number of people to be able to hang their hat on over the years. Obviously, most recent on the men's side, Mike Weir is a major winner, but the impact that Brooke Henderson has had on the game seems to have been even more significant.
It has been, and she doesn't carry the mantle just for women's golf in Canada. She carries the mantle for Canadian golf in general. She's such an amazing, delightful young lady to be around. Her personality is infectious. She's just a good soul. And she carries that around to the golf course. I mean, 2-time major winner. But what I'm impressed about most with her game, Luke, is the fact that, you know, she is such a long hitter in the game. You don't quite see too many women in the game right now that they don't talk about hitting it long like we do in the men's game. But make no bones about it, she hits it a long way out there. That gives her a massive advantage over some of the other players, and that's why she is such a prolific winner on the LPGA.
Well, this should find the short grass. Sitting at 2 under par.
They currently share the lead in this one. And now over to Brooke Henderson's next shot.
Well, she's in 5th, and she'll want to climb from there.
Let's return to live play now. Well, Rich, here's one of our proven performers in the FedEx Cup points race. They've been there or thereabouts for most of the season, and they go into this tournament as one of the strong favourites. It hardly seems a surprise, doesn't it?
Without a doubt, the best player all around on tour in my mind's eye. It is no shock to see them contending for the lead once again.
And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard after that. Let's have a look at the 7th hole, a par 3.
Finally, you have a green that pitches back towards you ever so slightly, Luke, but still coming into it with a good 6-5 iron from 195 yards. It's still a difficult task to get it close.
Opting for the 5 iron. Great shot. A chance to move deeper under the card. This putt's for 4 under. Oh, so close. This is a par putt.
What do we catch up with Brooke Henderson?
She's currently in 5th place.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks.
Well, with that good play, this person is now in 1st on the leaderboard, with Colin Morikawa in 2nd.
The par 4 8th, Rich, challenging tee shot and approach.
Love this tee shot here, Luke. The fairway camber's pretty good from right to left, kicking the golf ball towards that bunker. So make sure to take one less club off this tee. From there, you make sure that you take enough club for your second shot to carry the front edge. If not, that golf ball will come falling back off the green into the drink.
Sitting at -3, currently in the lead. Oh, I thought that one was going in.
And a par putt awaits him.
Looking good so far.
Now, nice to make a mid-range par putt. Now, 2 shots up after that one. Let's take a look at the final hole on the front 9, the 9th, and what a tough tee shot it is.
It is it ever. Players want to avoid the bunker down the left-hand side, so inevitably they push it out to the right-hand side, into the rough, into the trees. Now they've got really very little chance of reaching the green in 2. So this is probably the most difficult tee shot on this front 9, and one they have to find the fairway with.
Opting for the hybrid, I think.
What a shot from the rough. This is gorgeous.
Oh, stop it. What a shot.
Of all the shots that I like the most, that one ranks right up there.
Three feet to go here to the hole.
This is what they have left for birdie here.
Well, you're going to be hard to catch now if you keep making putts like that. And with that, he'll move to 4 under par. As we step into the second 9 here, Rich, and the short par 4 10th.
Players have looked at this hole differently over the years. It used to be just a layup shy of that bunker down the right-hand side. But with a favorable wind, we're seeing a lot more players take out driver and take it over that bunker, leaving a very short second to a green that is slightly elevated.
And choosing the 8 iron here. Needs this one to kick right. Getting ready to play their 3rd.
Currently leading by 3.
Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? If he makes this, he'll save his par. That's half a chance of being holed, this one.
And now over to Brooke Henderson's next shot.
She's currently in 3rd place.
And now we can take a look at how that play affects the leaderboard. He sits in 1st position. The par 4 11th resembles the par 4 3rd, doesn't it? The big lake on the left-hand side.
It does. It just has a little more landing room here on the left-hand side, however. But if you lay back, be prepared to go in with a long iron. If you take the driver out and successful, you now turn this challenging hole into almost a birdie opportunity.
Henny, how bad is this lie?
Looks like they have a bad lie here in the sand.
Sitting at -4, currently in the lead. Ooh, that almost went down. He's got a par putt here. Let's see if he can make it.
Their short game has been very impressive. They've been really sharp today.
What a putt. Started this perfectly.
Oh, that's good grit there.
Bunkered off the tee, wasn't able to find the green, but saves the par with that putt.
And the 12th hole, Rich, similar to the 4th hole. Arnold Palmer has really started to mimic front and back nines.
He does. It's kind of the same thing. Out of bounds, out to the right. You got to avoid both those bunkers there, both right and left. You find the fairway. Again, second shot slightly uphill to a green that sits above you. One of the big dangers here, though, is going long. That is a big no-no to miss it long on this 12th.
Still a chance to attack this hole from the first cut. Good shot there, Beamer. Now 4 under par. Outright first here. Wow, that almost went in the hole. Just 6 feet between he and the hole. That's tracking. Mark it down. That's birdie number 5. And with that, we'll move to 5 under par. Our leader is up by 4 shots now. Number 13, not a long hole by anyone's stretch, but the pond in front of the green really plays havoc.
It does, more so than it should. It's just a long iron or a hybrid off the tee. Find the fairway down the right-hand side, open up the angle for your second shot, and it's obvious you just don't want to miss your second shot right. So bail out to the left-hand side, make a par. Pretty simple. That dog will hunt.
This one is right down the pipe. What do we catch up with Brooke Henderson?
Yeah, she's down, she's behind, her rivals scooting ahead. Let's see what happens.
6 feet remaining to the cup.
This for back-to-back birdies.
That will work. On a roll here with back-to-back birdies.
Back-to-back birdies moving the right direction there, Luke.
And there's no movement on the leaderboard after that hole. And another of the uphill par 3s, the 14th, Rich.
This is such a difficult hole because this tee shot lines you up over on the left-hand side where you'll find those bunkers. But if you bail out to the right, well, now you're running into a low area that you have a pretty difficult chip shot to a green that historically is the firmest and fastest on this golf course.
No green in red, but a chance to save their par. What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
This one will run uphill.
This is on a great line.
Nice little putt to hole, that one. Still in the lead now after that hole. As we get into the closing stretch here at Bay Hill, the 15th, the par 4.
Strong par 4, dog legs from left to right. Don't miss it out to the right in that bunker. Not only are you hitting your second shot out of the trap, but also you've got some magnolia trees to deal with. This is a very difficult fairway to find because that fairway does chase away from you just over that bunker. This is a very strong par 4.
Going with the 7. That's some good golf right there. Trying to get it to 7 under par with this putt. Oh, what a great stroke. Oh, that's a lengthy putt. Well holed.
And a nice feeling it must be to have that sizable of a lead coming down the stretch.
From the sand, are they able to get up and down?
So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. Our current leader is enjoying a 6-stroke advantage.
3 holes remaining, folks. Hang on to your hats. This is going to be a wild and woolly finish.
That should find the fairway. Oh, what a shot by our leader.
Wow, was that a massive drive there. Holy cow.
Rich, good chance to get at this green in 2.
Yes, this player's found the fairway, and now they've got the opportunity to knock this on in 2. Be wary of coming up short and left, obviously in the water, but don't be anxious to miss it out to the right, especially in that bunker that's over in the middle of the green on the right-hand side. That really can wreak havoc with the players. Try and find the green at all costs with this second shot.
This one needs to kick left. And not a bad approach. He'll be putting. All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
Yeah, he's got just over 16 feet here. Oh, that was such a good stroke.
Oh, he's up, Tiger. This next putt is for bogey.
Well, that's providing some hope to the rest of the field as our leader stumbles with a bogey.
And just keeping it in neutral on the leaderboard.
2 holes to go, Luke. I know who I like.
Going with the 5-wood. A bit wild on approach there. Setting up from the first cut here in the green. How close was that to going down? Pretty good chance here. This one's for par.
Yep, tracking nicely.
And in it goes for the par.
And now over to Brooke Henderson's next shot.
She's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
So after that effort, this is the current standings on the course. Leading by 4 strokes after that one. Rich, as we head to the finishing hole here at Bay Hill, a famous finishing hole, so much drama over the years, predominantly by the great Tiger Woods. But most of the drama starts off the tee.
It does. This is actually a semi-blind tee shot. There's a mound down the right-hand side of the fairway where you can't see the golf balls land, so players won't know whether they found the fairway or missed it right or even out on the left-hand side. Most iconic moments in all of golf, in my mind's eye, Robert Gomez holding his second shot here back in 1990 to claim the title.
Looks to have chosen the 7-iron. This one looks like it's heading left here, Rich. Well, it's pretty straightforward. Critical bunker shot here to win the tournament. Oh, come on. This would be a good one to hole. A chip for the tournament. Ah, that's a touch of class.
Yes, very smooth.
Oh, size them up for the red cardigan that Arnold Palmer made famous. You are the Arnold Palmer Invitational Champion. Congratulations.
And what a week it was. A fantastic victory. Sensational victory on arguably one of the tour's hardest golf courses. Way to go. Great win.
And Rich, credit where credit's due. I think you picked this victory.
Well, even a blind squirrel gets an acorn every once in a while. No, listen. This player's been there all season long. They're just one of these rare players that is seemingly in contention every time they peg it up.
On behalf of Rich Beam and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, I'm Luke Elvey. Thanks for joining us. See you next time. .2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Players' Championship is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group today.
Hey guys, yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing these two go at it again. It was a great rivalry first time round, and now, more so than ever, they're going to want to beat each other.
Rich, how do you see this one playing out?
Look, in their last matchup, it was Morikawa who came out on top, so let's see how they do today.
Well, that's very few occasions where he does get beaten, and if it's anywhere, it's going to be on the green, so let's see if this player rolls their potato better than most. Putting for birdie here.
Surely it's going to.
Well, that'll play.
Making birdie in the first always puts you in a good frame of mood. It'll be fun to watch the round progress.
The first of our birdie opportunities comes second, par 5.
Driver not necessarily required here because you have to shape your tee shot from right to left, and if you're a right-handed golfer, that's not the easiest thing to do. So lefties have a better opportunity, I think, of finding this fairway than most with driver. From there, a second shot over a long bunker to a green that's very narrow, dotted by pot bunkers. Truly is one of the coolest par 5s on this layout.
Rich, what kind of mojo do you think this player's got after winning in their last start?
This player has more confidence, I believe, than any other player in the field at the moment. This should be another good week for him.
Just 9 feet remaining to the hole.
Fantastic play so far, setting this up for the eagle.
And down it goes. Currently at -3 for the event. Let's take a look at the par 3 third. Straight away mid-iron to short iron shot.
Such a cool little par 3. Love this green. There's a low section in the front and a high section in the back. And anytime they put the pin all the way in the back section of this green, well, I tell you what, good luck on you. If you miss this green long and or left, that bunker sits some 5 feet below the surface of the green.
Now over to Colin Morikawa.
Birdied their last hole.
And back to the play, shall we?
And that's the line in the sand. What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
Can't be too aggressive here. Take your medicine and move on. This is down the hill.
Oh, this looks pure. And the putt will go. What a great display of resilience on this hole.
And a nice, tidy save from the greenside bunker. Nice par.
Currently at -3 for the round. Well, the fourth is another great example that it doesn't need to be a long par 4 to be a testing one. This fourth can be menacing, can't it?
Just a small little twisty par 4. Just going to take out a fairway wood, find the fairway, and from there you're going to have a small second shot, probably a wedge. 3 distinct sections to this green: the front, the right, and the back left, and all of them have their difficulties when hitting your approach shot into them. However, in my mind's eye, if you find the fairway, you should have a decent look for birdie.
Not a bad approach, that one. Not quite inside the birdie range, but you never know. Hole a long one. Still counts.
Slim chance for a birdie, but in all reality, 2-putt for par would be just fine.
Oh, get in. Didn't quite have the right stuff there. This putt just 5 feet away from the hole.
Better than most.
For the par.
This player is putting for fun.
He's currently sitting in second. All right, Rich, the par 4 fifth. A strong hole, this one, isn't it?
Huge mounding down the left-hand side that you want to avoid at all costs. The bunker down the right-hand side, to be fair, is not that bad, but a little further right of that, though, that's the water. You want no part of it. Second shot is downhill to a green. To be fair, that's mostly flat, runs from back left to front right, but one of the more benign greens on this layout.
Choosing the 9-iron here. Come on, look after us. Little bounce to the right here. Now let's switch our focus to Colin Morikawa.
He's got some work to do, but he's only one back from his rival.
Here's a putt to move into a share of top spot on the leaderboard.
Oh, just missed. Putting for par.
Yeah, nicely holed.
Unreal display this week with that wand.
The tee shot at the par 4-6 has changed a lot now that that tree's been taken out of the way, Rich. But what do you think of this short par 4?
I missed the tree. I thought that was a really cool feature of this hole. You had to flight it underneath the tree back in the day to find the fairway. The bunker down the left-hand side has been expanded quite a bit as the lake on the left-hand side has been added as well. The front part of this green is protected by tall palm trees that will certainly make you think on your second shots. This is a wonderful little par 4. This needs to go a little bit right once it lands.
And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard.
Come on, ball. Don't deny him.
And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. Now over to Colin Morikawa.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
So after that effort, this is what the leaderboard looks like. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. As we go from a wonderful little par 4, we go to a challenging, longer par 4, the 7th.
And as you can see, there's a long fairway bunker down the left-hand side that makes you believe there's more room left than you actually have. It's just not there. Players should be looking a little bit further right. If you find the fairway, your second shot should be straightforward. In fact, Luke, I made a 2 here one time, so that shows you how simple this hole can be.
That's tidy. This putt is about 17 feet long.
This is their look at birdie.
This is a good chance.
Now let's switch our focus to Colin Morikawa.
He's currently in 4th place.
Setting up here with a very long putt.
Well, that's got to have some impact on the scoreboard. Let's take a look. And now 4 under for the day.
And after that good play, moving up the leaderboard.
Going with a 3-wood here. That's a shame. Had a chance to hit the green, but couldn't quite get there.
One of the rare misses for this player today, Luke. They've been hitting a lot of greens today.
He has this putt to save his par. Ooh, right by the hole.
A bogey putt awaits. You've finished your work on that hole. Let's take a look at the next one.
The final hole on the opening 9 at TPC Sawgrass Stadium course, Rich, is a clever three-shotter.
Par 5, 583 yards from the back. Most players will play this as a three-shotter. Just find the fairway out to the left, second shot out to the right, sets up a very simple third shot to a very narrow green. Miss it right or left, good luck getting it up and down.
Penny, what have they got in front of them here?
He's looking at perhaps 175, I'd say.
Opting for the 6-iron. Looks like this one's bunker bound.
Time now for the 4th shot. And just one shot off the lead.
Sitting at 3 under par. Currently 2nd place. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
He's 13 feet out. Unlucky for some.
Okay, steady now. Well, that's disappointing. This putt's for double.
Now over to Colin Morikawa.
Yeah, he just made bogey on that last one.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard.
So, Rich, give us a halftime report.
Well, Luke, it's been fun watching this player duke it out with their rival, that's for sure. They're winning the rivalry thus far. Should be fun to see where these two end up at the end of the event.
How much did the win last week give them the confidence to perhaps pull it off again here and go back-to-back?
A massive win last week, looking to double up again this week. I gotta say, they're building off all the good things they did last week. A win could definitely happen.
Anywhere up on that dance floor would be nice. A wonderful shot and a chance for birdie here on the 10th.
You know what? That deserves a golf clap.
And that will drop in for birdie. And that will take him to 2 under. Well, that was a positive hole. A little shift up the leaderboard. Well played.
Getting closer to that top spot on the leaderboard. This is getting interesting.
That got caught up in a few of the branches.
Time for the 2nd shot at the 11th.
And here we are with the 3rd shot.
Just 2 shots behind.
Didn't that look good for a long time? A good opportunity here, just 6 feet to the hole.
This for a birdie run.
And that's their 4th birdie of the day.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row.
Trailing by a stroke after that hole.
Managing to chase down the leaders, closing that gap. Gotta like it.
Well, the tee shot is all that matters on the short par 4 12th. Most players can reach the green. It's just the decision whether the player goes for it or not.
They can, but they better be aware that there's a lot of danger up there. Water left obviously is no good, but even bailing out to the right in those dunes, in the mounds, and little pot bunkers on top of those mounds, well, forget about it. That's not a good space either, especially since the green does run pretty hard from right to left. If you want to take this hole on with driver and expecting to make 3, well, you need to realize that a 5 and a 6 could be easily made as well.
This would be a momentum saver here, getting this up and down.
Oh, that's the hands of a surgeon. Lovely touch.
Judging it beautifully.
Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. Well, as you start to head for home here at TPC Sawgrass, you're blessed with this wonderful par 3 13th.
And this is a really cool par 3. You've got 3 distinct areas on the green, front right, all the way on the left-hand side, and the back right. Wherever they put the pin is going to dictate what shot shape you want to have into that green. I think it's a really cool design because it requires you to think about how you want the golf ball to land on the green and the way you want it to bounce. I think Pete Dye did a great job in designing this green.
Well, this would be a good one to make. It's for par. The putt drops, and we're moving on. There's a few birdie opportunities out of the gate here on the second 9 at TPC Sawgrass, but it really starts to toughen up down the stretch, starting here with a difficult par 4 14.
Difficult tee shot on this playing some 481 yards from the tip. You find the fairway, and you've got a decent chance of finding the green with your second shot. But if you're out of position anywhere on this hole, your number will go up exponentially.
Looks to be going with the 6 iron. They get a little ground draw here. Playing within their comfort zone there. Now let's switch our focus to Colin Morikawa.
He's happy, just came off a birdie.
Let's get back to it, shall we? Trying to get it to 4 under with this putt.
Short game has been especially sharp today, Luke. Very impressive.
That was a gallant attempt. It's just about 3 feet away.
This is what they have left for par here.
And after that performance, they'll stay right where they are in the standings. The par 4 15th again requires another strong tee shot because there's some trees in the way, Rich.
Players do hit through a chute off this tee shot, which makes it a little bit simpler, I believe, for the players. Bunker down the right-hand side is no good because you'll have trees blocking you out with your second shot. If you miss it left into the pine straw, now you've got some trees blocking you out there, so finding the fairway is imperative. This green is no fun. You find the center of the green and you might be able to putt every single day, but in all reality, you have to find the correct section in order to give yourself the best look at making a putt.
This one's for birdie.
Come on, don't be shy.
Oh, that's a sensational putt to make. And what about the glimpse they just gave their rival? Come and catch me now. Well, that's worth reviewing. Let's roll the videotape.
What an amazing putt from way out.
Now over to Colin Morikawa.
He's 1 stroke behind his rival in this event.
Okay, time to return to the action. Currently 4 under for the event.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
As we head to the 16th tee, the famous par 5 reached the start of the gauntlet.
Ideally, players want to take their tee shots from right to left. Start off that fairway bunker and move it left back in the fairway. Anything down the left-hand side can get caught up into those trees and really cause players issues with their layup. You find the fairway, now you have a massive decision to make. Go for it or bail out to the left, thinking that's the safe play. It really is not. You have to be brave and try and find this green with your second shot. If not, it could come up and bite you.
Getting ready to play their third. He's currently tied for the lead. Nice recovery there.
Gotta say, his short game is phenomenal.
Mark it down. That's 6 birdies today. And that will take him to 5 under. And with that, he's now broken the tie, all alone at the top of the leaderboard.
2 holes to go, Luke. Can they hang on?
Oh, what a wonderful play. Leading with intent.
The iron play today has been absolutely stellar. Luke, the greens in regulation, just a fantastic accomplishment. Great to watch.
And he's down there. You got to read.
Has to put this one downhill.
That's frustrating. And this putt coming up for his par. Yeah, well hold. Let's move on to the next. And still in top spot after that hole. Keep it going. Let's head to the finishing hole. This wonderful par 4 18th. Wonderful only if you're a spectator.
It's wonderful if you're not playing it for a lot of cash. It's just one of the most difficult, visually intimidating holes I think you'll ever face in your life. Somehow, try and hit it down the right-hand side of the fairway, keep it out of the rough, and from there, hit it out to the right-hand side of the green somehow, also keeping it out of the rough or that pot bunker short right. Listen, you'd be happy to make 5 here, that's for sure. 4s are magnificent. 3s are unicorns. They really don't happen that much. It is such a difficult, demanding finishing hole, probably one of the toughest in championship golf.
And that'll do it, Rich. Players Champion. That's one of the elite wins in their career.
Winning the Players Championship, Luke, is easily as good as winning any major because the field quality is so amazing. This is going to speak volumes for this player and the career going forward. This is a heck of a win. I can't wait to see what they produce next.
And Rich, what a performance. They've got back-to-back wins. What a force they're proving to be out here on tour.
I gotta say, this player is in full flight at the moment. Just sit back and watch how awesome they are at the moment.
Well, that'll just about do it. On behalf of Rich Beam, I'm Luke Elvey. Thanks for tuning in. Look forward to your company next time. Sports and the PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Valspar Championship is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, great to be here. As this event kicks off, our featured group consists of 2 players who appear to have entered into quite the rivalry.
Well, Henny, it sounds like this player is looking to beat Lydia Ko, which, let's be honest, will take all their skill and poise.
Oh, absolutely. This will be a certain KO for this player. I can't imagine that Lydia's going to let anybody beat her. When we talk about young phenoms, Lydia comes to mind. She's got it all.
Ding, ding, ring that bell. Let the bout begin.
Needs this one to kick right. A big, bold play, and it almost paid off. Close to the surface. Let's see if they can get it up and down.
What a sensational play on this par 5 there, Luke.
8 feet to the cup.
Little birdie look in here.
Good stroke. Getting off to a great start at this event.
I can't ever recall him making a birdie and feeling bad about it. So yes, birdie on the first, great job.
And it's New Zealand's Lydia Ko who leads here as we head to the next.
Water is a feature here at the Copperhead course of Innisbrook Resort, Rich, and it comes into play at the second.
Downhill tee shot. You want to keep your tee shot out to the right as best you can to take out the trees that hug the left-hand side. Green sits well above the player's second shot. They won't see how close they hit it from the fairway.
Playing this shot from 120 yards. Going with the 8-iron here. That was never really a comfortable shot for them, was it? Now switching our focus to Lydia Ko.
She's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
And here we are with the third shot. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? Well, this would be a great par putt if you can make this. Like the look of this one. Oh, that's a clutch par. He's currently tied for first. The Copperhead course at Innisbrook can really bite you, especially if you're slightly wayward, and there's one of those holes right here at the third, Rich.
Decisions to be made. The fairway narrows up. Should you take driver out? Also the water on the right. So players more than likely laying back with some kind of fairway wood.
Henny, that ball seems to be sitting down. Is it bad?
This first cut is just lovely. It's almost like fairway. No worries here.
Going with the 7.
Got great connection here. Yeah, this is looking good.
Scorecard filled with threes never hurts. Good putt to make this. That is hunting for the hole. Well done.
This guy is putting the lights out of it this week.
Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard after that effort. The fourth hole, the first of the par 3s on the property, and you've got to be dialed in on your number.
This is a challenging par 3, no doubt about it, Luke. This green pitches from right to left and from front to back, making it almost impossible to get it super close unless you have a perfect number into this par 3. Just needs a little bit more of a kick to the right.
This putt will move them to 3 under par.
Looking for another birdie here.
Come on, ball. Come on.
Oh, sensational putt, that one. A big play at the right time, and their rival is now shaking in their boots. Why don't we catch up with what Lydia Ko's up to?
She's 2 strokes behind her rival this week.
And how did that shot impact the score? Let's have a look at the leaderboard. Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. Stretching out over 600 yards means the par 5 fifth is no snack.
It is. Luke, I rarely say that par 5s on the PGA Tour are challenging, but this is definitely one of them. It's an uphill tee shot and a second shot that is downhill, moving from right to left, that's completely blind for these players. There is a tree about 100 yards out, which is going to be something they aim at when they lay up. Third shot, though, is very basic, down the hill to a fairly flat green surrounded by some bunkers. More than likely, most players are going to have to lay it up on this par 5.
And Henny, what kind of a shot are they facing this time?
He's got around 100 yards here.
Oh, this would be handy if he could bounce right. Now, a quality shot from him. He'll be pleased. Now switching our focus to Lydia Ko.
She's currently in second place, hoping to overtake the leader.
Good chance to take it even deeper here. This putt's for 4 under.
This one's tracking. Yes, they've made it. And that will take him to 4 under. And now that finds him in first place. The 6th hole at Innisbrook's Copperhead course, Rich. It's a challenging one, isn't it?
If you find the fairway off the tee here, you are an amazing human being. The fairway tilts from right to left very significantly. Holding the fairway is almost impossible.
Henny, I'm sure you've got a better look of that lie.
This is like a bad lie with a bit of grilled bad lie on top, sprinkled with dashings of bad lie. Really great work sticking the green from that lie.
Be nice to see this one go down. Let's see if they make it. It was on a good line. Yeah, that looked to be a bit of a misread.
It defies gravity, that one. That should have chased out more, but it didn't.
Currently 3 strokes up after that hole. Standing on the 7th tee, players get to breathe a sigh of relief having the 6th behind them.
You know, Luke, this is sneaky hard, to be fair. You don't need driver, and so you might get lulled to sleep a little bit by taking 3-wood out just for position. Any misses to the right or the left, and you'll be blocked out by some pretty gnarly trees. The green tilts from right to left ever so slightly, and watch out for those deep bunkers fronting this green. They'll grab your golf ball in a hurry.
That's disappointing.
And coming up well short.
Well done. That takes the pressure off the putt. That's a chip to be proud of.
Oh, Dr. Chapinski strikes again.
There it is. Why don't we catch up with what Lydia Ko's up to?
She's currently trailing her rival. Let's see what happens here.
And let's see what that shot did to the leaderboard. And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard after that. Well, if you haven't felt snake bitten already, the 8th at 230 yards, Rich, will certainly get you.
Everybody loves a 230-yard par 3, don't we, Luke? They're just wonderful, wonderful designs, and I'm laughing because this is nearly impossible. This green is just a sliver up there. A high shot moving a little bit from left to right is an absolute must on this par 3.
Ooh, that almost went down. And Henny, what are they looking at here?
Yeah, they've left it in the perfect spot here, just below the hole. They can be aggressive up the hill.
Ouch, that hurts. Just 3 feet to the cup.
Try and keep that scorecard a little less dirty. This is for bogey.
Ball striking continues to be the order of the day as the players arrive on the 9th tee, a par 4.
Yes, just thread those bunkers off the tee shot somehow with the driver. Second shot is going to be straight back up the hill. And once again, with the pin position over on the right-hand side, players will be unable to see where their golf ball pitches. This is a quality par 4.
From about 130 yards here. Currently in the lead by a shot.
Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge.
A tidy looking shot, that one.
That was a beauty.
Now switching our focus to Lydia Ko.
She's got some work to do. She's 2 strokes behind so far.
9 feet to the cup.
These are on rails, looking good.
Well, what a way to bounce back. Nice putt to hole. And with that, he'll move to 4 under par. The back 9 at Innisbrook's Copperhead course begins with a par 4.
Straight down the hill these tee shots go. That bunker down the left-hand side should see a fair bit of action. If you leave it out to the right-hand side, there's some trees that are overhanging and will block out your second shot. This green tilts pretty good from back to front.
And Henny, what's he looking at here?
Setting up here from about 145 yards.
Yeah, good safe shot this one. That should find the surface. Getting ready to play their third.
He's got a 2-stroke buffer.
Let's see if he can make this and keep the par on the card. This one's looking good. Well hold.
Why don't we catch up with what Lydia Ko's up to?
She got one back on that last hole.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard as it stands. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. Very few parts of the golf course make you feel comfortable, but chance of birdie at 11.
Finally, we have a birdie hole. Just avoid that bunker down the left-hand side. Find the right-hand side of the fairway. You can go ahead and chase one up there. Even if you can't get it on the green in 2, that front bunker is not a bad leave. But beware, there are some trees over on the right-hand side that could block you out.
An outstanding performer with already 5 wins under their belt. I'd be booking in for some lessons if I was swinging it like that. And here we are with the third shot.
He leads the field by a stroke.
Well, this should be unpredictable. Don't know what you're going to get from the golfing gods here.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Setting up this putt 11 feet from the cup.
Their short game today has been absolutely sublime fun to watch.
Look at him just surging ahead at the top of the leaderboard. And with that, he'll move to 5 under par. Well, a birdie's also in your heart, standing on the 12th tee. A short par 4, Rich. Decisions to be made?
Just a long iron or a hybrid for this tee shot here, Luke. Second shot, we're coming in with some kind of short iron to a green that's protected by a deep bunker in the front.
Playing this one about 130 yards out. Looks to have opted for the 8-iron. This one could take a little bounce to the left. Yeah, that was a safe play. 14-footer.
All right, guys. This for 2 birdies in a row.
It's got a chance.
That's a good putt to make that one. That's back-to-back birdies.
2 in a row there, Luke. Getting their groove on.
New Zealand's Lydia Ko setting up her next shot.
Oh, I thought that one was going in. Currently 6 under for the event. Lucky 13 for some. This par 3 plays 200 yards.
Luke, this tee shot is about as hard as 8th grade algebra. It is absolutely mind-bending. It doesn't look like much, but that green absolutely... I think the green is made out of Gore-Tex. It repels golf balls.
Now switching our focus to Lydia Ko.
She's currently in 4th place.
Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? This would be a great up and down from this spot.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
This one's 13 feet from the cup. This is what they have left for par.
Good putt, that. Leading by 3 strokes now. The second of the back 9 par 5s, Rich, 14. There's plenty to it.
Only the biggest hitters in the game can reach this one in 2, so any tee shot just out to the right is ideal. That way it leaves an easier shot out to the left for your layup. The third shot will be going downhill to a green that tilts from back to front, guarded by a deep bunker over on the left-hand side. You find the fairway with your second shot, you've got a really good chance to hit your third in there close.
Well, there's the line, the green side bunker. Can they get this one up and down? A birdie putt awaits.
so close. And just about 8 feet left to the hole.
Looks good.
Yeah, good job. Nice par.
Still in the lead now after that hole. The long par 3 continues to be a feature here at the Copperhead course, and 15's no different.
It is. Thankfully, though, this is the flattest green, or one of the flattest greens on the golf course here. It's basically just a long iron down the hill to this flat green, but don't miss it left. That is no good.
This one looks like it'll safely make the green. Yeah, a quality shot that. This putt to get to 7 under the card. Looking really good, this one.
Why don't we catch up with what Lydia Ko's up to?
Yeah, she's down, she's behind, her rivals scooting ahead. Let's see what happens.
And after that effort, let's take a look at how it stands. Our leader is currently enjoying a 4-stroke advantage.
3 holes remaining. This is what it's all about. Time to see who is going to get it done.
This one should find the rough. Second shot here on the 16th. Looks to have chosen the 7-iron. This one looks like it's going left. That approach didn't seem to fit their eye. Getting ready to play their third. And he needs this to save par.
That's a good putt to make, that one.
He's currently sitting in first place.
2 holes to go, Luke. Can they hang on? Let's find out.
The Copperhead's penultimate hole is a good par 3 playing up the hill.
It's a tough tee shot. Plays longer than what's on the yardage. Any pin that's in the front part of the green is a difficult one to find as the green is so narrow.
Opting for the 5-wood. This one looks like it's going right. Let's see if we can get this one up and down for par.
Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
He's got 10 feet here. I think he likes it.
Ooh. Bogey putt coming up here. I like the look of this. Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard. The closing hole of Innisbrook's Copperhead course is also the final hole of the Snake Pit, and this one here has everything going against it.
Lay it back and you're going to have a long second shot back up the hill, but if you take driver and find the fairway, you'll be rewarded with a very short second shot.
Sitting at 6 under for the day, currently leading.
That's a swing only a mother could love there, Luke.
Well, that was a strange one. Didn't see that happening. The hole out from off this green here to win the tournament. Wow, that almost went in the hole. This is always a good moment. A putt to win the tournament. And as that putt drops to the bottom, Rich, they are now the Valspar champion. What a performance.
Yeah, what a performance. What a win. I mean, just this player was just amazing all week long.
And Rich, they only had a narrow margin the entire back nine, but they were able to pull out the win. That's very gutsy, isn't it?
Luke, impressive win all around. I got to say, a gutsy performance at the end of the tournament. Final 9 holes. Job well done.
Well, that's all we've got time for today. On behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, Rich Bean, Henny Koyak and John McCarthy, plus all the hard-working folks behind the action at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in. Look forward to your company next time.